So to kick things off, we have former Dancing with the Stars pro, mental health advocate, and the host of Diving Deep, a show that gets people talking about the things that matter. Cheryl Burke is with us.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have you kick off our Better You episode. Nobody better than you.
Let's get right to it. Go for it. Yeah.
I love that you guys are doing this. This is amazing. You're spreading awareness. You know, everyone needs to hear this, whether they want to take, any type of accountability. That's, it doesn't matter. I think this is very important. So thank you for doing this.
Well, thank you as well. So Cheryl, everyone knows you from Dancing with the Stars, of course. 26 seasons. Looking back, what an accomplishment, right? But what do you want people to know? They just see you as a dancer. Who's the real Cheryl? What do they want?
I am just like anybody else. Life isn't always glitter balls and mirror balls and rhinestone outfits and spray tans. Like, there is an actual person beneath it all. And I go through it like anybody can relate, I'm sure, at this point. I mean, I think when it comes to the pandemic in itself, we've all had different levels of trauma. But mine started when I was a lot younger.
I love just the honesty, how you speak so candidly. That's how we break the stigma. Right. In fact, something else that was very honest coming from you that I want our audience to hear you expand upon is that you said if you had a daughter, she would not be ballroom dancing. What from your personal experience makes you say that?
I think that dancing in general, right? You're in front of the mirror 24/7. So that alone, I mean, I was exposed to mirrors when I was 4 years old. And then I started in ballet, and I just didn't fit in because I grew hips at a younger age. Everything is very, it's all from the outside, not inside out, like the way it should be, right? So it's like, what do you look like? Or do you fit the aesthetic? And it becomes very material, and it's not good for the psyche, for the soul, to always constantly compare and be judged. It's just, it's not something that I would, I guess support. But ultimately, if she ever wanted to dance, obviously, it's her life, but I would veer her off of that.
I never thought about how many mirrors are in that room and how overwhelming that would be. Yeah, that's such a good point. You just finalized a very public divorce. Mazel tov, by the way, on getting your dog. I was looking on your Instagram. Love my dog as well. How did you protect your peace during your divorce? And I bet your dog was part of it, because it would be for me. And I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, no, for sure. There is definitely a therapeutic aspect to animals, especially dogs. But my therapist, I'm not even going to deny it. I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I have to say that, when something like that, like some sort of like big event happens in my life, it's hard for me to talk to family and friends, because I personally I want someone who isn't biased, right? And for me, that is my therapist. And she also engages me to also think on my own. Sometimes when you have loved ones around, they're so passionate about helping you, and you hadn't even asked for advice in the first place. You just need someone to listen, right? I mean, no offense to anybody around me. Obviously, I couldn't have done it without them either. But it is important for me to really sometimes have someone listen, sometimes have someone make me think on my own, and not try and influence my decision or whatever. So that's how I got through it. And meditation, and there's so many different types of resources that I still do to this day, but the list is very long.
Yeah, I mean, who would have known I had so much in common with Cheryl?
Yeah.
First of all, I bought a meditation mat, so you guys have been out here. And also, I want to congratulate you on being 4.5 years sober. That is amazing. So let's pause. That's yes.
Bravo. Bravo.
I pulled up my app. I am 3 years, 2 months, and 3 days.
Oh, congratulations. It's amazing.
I'm really curious. I want to know what made you, because I know what it was for me, what made you quit drinking alcohol?
My father passed away a few years ago, and honestly, if I were to be very candid, I've written about this before, but it was for vanity reasons. I started breaking out into hives, and this was right when I got engaged, and I just got back from burying my father in Thailand. And it was interesting how the poison I was putting in my body just had the reverse effect, and I started breaking out into hives. And I was this proud Asian woman who never got red when she drank, you know, and all of a sudden my body was rejecting what I was putting in it, and it was interesting. And so thank God for that in a way, though, too, because I am the type of personality where I either go hard or go home. That's part of my addiction.
Well, I also want to tell you how much we appreciate you being transparent about the fact that you've been in and out of therapy your whole life. Can you let us in on the most helpful coping and healing strategies that you found, like diamond painting?
Isn't that crazy? If you would have told me back in my clubbing days that I would have been an arts and crafts girl, I would have not believed you. So you can't take the rhinestone out of the ballroom dancer, that's for sure. But it's very tedious. You're literally, it's like paint by numbers, but there's a therapeutic aspect to it for me because I become a better listener. I'm able to take online courses. I suffer from ADHD. I don't suffer. I mean, I think I accept it wholeheartedly, but I do have ADHD, and it does help my brain and my thoughts run 1,000,000 miles an hour. So it makes me focus, yet it's not too challenging so that I can also do something else at the same time and retain the information being told to me.
This is exactly why I cross stitch. This is exactly why.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I know diamond painting. I just want to say it's not hard. It's X's all over the place, but your hands are busy.
But she also, what we love is you use diamond painting to get your guests to open up on your show. What do you love about hosting Diving Deep?
You mean manipulate them by diamond painting. I just love how everyone that I've interviewed so far, they just forgot the cameras were there. Because if I were to tell you about 16, 17 years ago when I moved to Los Angeles to do Dancing with the Stars, I mean, I couldn't talk on camera. I was a different person. And it would have helped if I had, my hands were busy doing something and I didn't really sit in front of the camera and, do an interview. But, it really brought out so many personal issues that I don't think either they never got asked before or they've never explained that side of the story before. Because for me as well, I don't get in my head when I'm diamond painting. So I was going off no script and we were just talking and asking questions that I probably wouldn't be able to ask if I was not diamond painting.
I love it. Smart. Cheryl, we can't thank you enough for being open.
Thank you.
It will save lives. It already has, I'm sure, to our viewers. Head to Cheryl's YouTube channel to watch full episodes of Diving Deep where Cheryl and her guests get vulnerable. And of course, diamond. Yes, they go hand in hand. Thank you again, Cheryl. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye.